All right, guys. This is a special quarantine lesson, okay? So for you guys in my 8th grade, either my 6th or my 7th period class, you're going to get a special treat today. All right, we're going to talk about slopes of a line. What I'd like you to do is, if you can, print out the notes. If you have a printer. If you don't, then you can just take them down. I would do it with graph paper, okay? So we're going to talk about slopes. This is our new unit. We have two slopes. We have a positive slope. As you can see, if you are any skiers, if you go up, it's like reading a book, left to right, okay? So you see this little guy's going up the hill. So we call that a positive slope. And then this little guy's going down the hill left to right again, like you would read a book. That's called a negative slope. So these are the two slopes we're going to talk about in this lesson, okay? So what we're going to do, if you think about the thing we're going to try to do, is make a line and then figure out the slope. And there's a formula for that. It's called rise over run. All right, so let's take a look at that. And that rise means you're going to go up or down, and run means you're going to go left or right. So vertical, that's going up and down. Horizontal is going side to side. Or it's the change in your y coordinate or your x. So there's a couple different ways. Let's talk about rise over run. So for the first example here, let's plot the points, okay? So if we plot the first one, that's going to be 3, 2. I don't know if you remember the quadrants, but this is quadrant 1. This is quadrant 2. Quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Just a little review, something you probably, hopefully, talked about last year. All right, so we got 1 point plotted. Now we're going to plot the next one, 4, 4, also in quadrant 1. So we're going to go 4, up 4, okay? Now, we're going to find the slope. So like I said, you're going to do it left to right. Left to right. Like you read a book. All right, so I'm going to take my first point, which is here, right? This little skin here. So I'm going to go 1, 2. And it's going to be a fraction, so I'm going to go up 2 and then over 1. And that is what I call my slope. Now, let's do it a few more times because it's going to be the same throughout the line. And I want a few more points, and then I'm going to connect them. If you ever play connect the dots, and we're going to make a line. You'll notice the slope is positive, so the line's going to be going up. So again, we're going to start here now. We're going to go up 2, 1, 2, over 1, right? Up 2, over 1. There's my next dot. Let's do it again. Up 2, over 1. Up 2, over 1. And if you'll notice, all these dots are lining up. Now, if we go back to our original point A, I want to make a few more dots. But this time I'm going to go, instead of going up 2 and over 1, I'm going to go down 2. And to the left 1. I'm going to go backwards. And you'll notice that the dots are lining up. Down 2, over 1. Let's do it one more time. Down 2, over 1. Then I'm going to connect those dots with my line there, and this is my slope. It actually goes on forever. So if I want, I should put an arrow on this side. And there's my line. Again, left to right, going up. Let's look at my other example. Okay. So that would be -3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quadrant 2. And then I got 3, -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quadrant 4. Now, again, I'm going to start left to right. So I'm going to start with this point. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You'll notice I went down this time, so that's going to be negative. Down 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over 6. I went to the right, so that's positive. Now, of course, with any fraction, you're going to reduce it. You'll notice these are even numbers, so I'll reduce it by 2, right? So half of -8 would be -4. Half of 6 would be 3. So now, there's my slope. You'll notice it's negative, it's going down. So let's go ahead and see if we can get a couple more points. So remember, we're going to start here, go down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over 3. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Now if you go back to my original point and go backwards, so instead of going up, instead of going down, we're going to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over 3. 1, 2, 3. And I ran out of room. Let's connect the dots. Okay. And you'll notice my line's going from left to right. Is going down. So I have a negative slope. So that is the world of slopes. Okay. I'm going to give you a handout next. And I'm going to give you what's called a learning path, okay? And then we're going to go over the notes from the next day of class, okay? And also there's assignment on Delta Math. So you'll see all this information on It's Learning, which you're already on, right? If you're on this video. Okay.